Hello all, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I'll be talking about how to set up GL General Approval rules. So let's get into the environment and see how we can set up GL General Approval rules. So this is part of my Fusion training video series. So this is the one, how to set up GL General Approval rules. So let me take a business use case. So my use case is if the highest journal amount in a batch is say less than $5,000, let the general approval or the general batch is approved by the first supervisor. And if the highest general amount in a batch is say greater than or equal to say $5,000, let the general batch is being approved by first supervisor as well as the second supervisor. Okay, so this is my business use case. So this is my user hierarchy. I will log in as FAS06.student. And when I create a journal for an amount less than say $5,000, it should go to Christian Ryan, who is my supervisor in the system. And if the journal amount is say more than $5,000, it should go to first it go to Christina and then it needs to go to Anita. So Anita is Christina's supervisor. So first it goes to Christina and then it goes to Anita. So the prerequisites are that the first thing is we need to have obviously 3 users, and we need to assign appropriate say GL roles and also assign the data access set. So obviously, as part of this particular video, I'll not get into these details. I'll post the video links for these prerequisites in the description section, so you can follow those and create 3 users and assign the appropriate GL roles. So the first step is we need to enable approval under journal source. So my requirement is to create journal approval rules, or rather general approval in my current scenario will be applicable for the journals which are created with the source manual. So in a real live cloud, your client environment, generally we enable the journal approval for journal sources manual and say spreadsheet. Generally, we do not enable the general approval for the subledger related journal. So the first step would be to uh, get into journal source setup and then enable the approval checkbox. And after that, the next step would be we should ensure the general approval checkbox is also enabled under the concerned ledger as well. And then we need to navigate to BPM workflow to set up the general approval rules. So let's start with the first step, enabling of approval under journal source. Okay, so the task would be manage journal source. Okay, so this is my Fusion environment, setup and maintenance. Let me go for global search and search for the task manage journal source. And within this, search for journal source manual. So for manual, I can see require journal approval checkbox is already checked here. So if you want to check or uncheck, you can do this. It's already checked. So let me go to the next step. Enable the general approval under specify ledger options. Sorry. So specify ledger options, you should not go for a search for the specified ledger options via global search because this requires a scope to be selected. So let's search for specify ledger options here. So under specify ledger options, so the scope should be your concerned ledger. So in this case, it's already selected. Otherwise, you click here and select your ledger. And once you do this, so this takes you to specify ledger options screen. So here, ensure that you check the checkbox enable journal and manual subledger entry approval. So this checkbox should be checked. So that is the second step. And the next would be setting up of the journal approval rule. So this can be done via BPM workflow. So I need to search for the task manage approval groups. So let me close this. So again, you can go for, I think you are already here. Yeah, go for global search. Go for task configuration and then search for fin. It's case sensitive, so we should be a little bit careful. Yeah, fin GL percentage. Oh, sorry, fin GL star. Double click on this. So you just want to create the new general approval rule. So click on this. So this is edit. Okay. Now click on assignees. Under assignees, you can see there are different participants here. So pretty much all the participants are kind of an inactive status except this one. So I'll use this one. So these are all the seated participants. So how do you know what is enabled and what is disabled? So if you select this, click on advanced. So here you can see ignore participant checkbox is unchecked. So that means this is active, and keep your cursor here, go here. This is checked. Keep your cursor, go here and check the checkbox. You can see these are all disabled. So go for this participant serial type participant one in parallel mode. So click on this, go to rule. Okay. So we want to follow your supervisor hierarchy. So supervisor general approval rule set, that's actually default rule. Under this particular rule set, we will create our rules, and this being a testing environment. So there are a lot of other what do you call general approval rules which are created by different users. But most of these, when they have created, so they have actually created this for the different ledgers. All these are ledger specific. So you can see they have used their ledger name as a condition. So probably now this should not impact us, because we will again now write the rules specific to our ledger, and our ledger is Reliance Ledger US. Okay. Click on plus general rule. Okay. So here you can see rule one, if then. So under if, click on plus button, just go for simple test. So my rule would be, let me go to the use case. Okay. For my Reliance USD ledger, if the highest general amount, when I say highest general amount, it's basically general line amount, highest general line amount in a batch. So in a general batch, there could be different general headers, and within general header, there could be different general lines. General approval is always at a batch level. So that's the reason why my rule is, if any of the general line in any of the journals under that particular batch has a line amount less than $5,000, okay, is less than $5,000, or rather, to put it differently, the maximum general line amount in that particular batch is less than $5,000, then the general batch would be approved by supervisor. And if the maximum general line amount in the batch is greater than or equal to $5,000, then the general batch needs to be approved by first supervisor as well as the second supervisor. So probably I'll use the word line amount, highest general line amount. Okay. So in the first condition, first I need to put my ledger name. Okay, so click on this. So just search for maximum. Okay, so the different folders here. So basically you can find the general ledger name under this maximum amount general line folder, maximum amount general line, and oops. Okay, so this is the folder, maximum amount general line, under this ledger name. So this is the one, select that. Okay. So maximum amount general line dot ledger name. So under this particular folder, I have a ledger name. So ledger name is Reliance USD ledger. So start with the double quotes. And remember, this is not a drop down. So ensure that you need to enter your ledger name properly or with exact name, otherwise the rule will not work. Okay, so if the maximum amount general line dot ledger name is Reliance USD ledger, okay, and where is the and condition? Okay, so here you can see and the next condition would be again it's under folder maximum amount general line dot maximum accounted line amount credit. So let me again search for this folder. There are different source folders there, so you need to appropriately use or you need to use the appropriate folder. Oops. Maximum amount general line dot maximum accounted line amount. You can go for line amount credit or debit, so any one of them should be fine. So I just want to use maximum accounted line amount credit. Again, it's based on your business requirement, so I'm just writing my rules based on the accounted amount. Okay, is your maximum line accounted amount. Again, it's always better to write your rules on the accounted instead of your transaction or entered currency, because you can even create journals in different currencies. So always better to write the rules in your functional currency or accounted currency. Okay, is, so maybe I'll just say same or less than, or rather say less than 5,000. So here you can again go back. If the higher general line amount in a batch is less than $5,000, right? Okay, so if it's less than $5,000, so this is if condition. Then I want this to go to my first supervisor. So click on plus button, click on this, and yeah, add approver. Here different levels go for supervisor hierarchy. Okay, list builder supervisor required. How many levels? Just one level. Okay, okay, starting participant. So it should start from me and it should go to my manager. Okay, so here get manager, and under reference user, you use the phrase, this one, task dot workflow submitter. So basically, if you read this particular rule, okay, so click on OK. So if you read this particular rule, what this rule says is if the journal ledger is Reliance USD ledger and if the journal line amount or accounted amount is less than $5,000, it should go to my supervisor. So tasks, so you can see here task.workflow submitter, that is the journal submitters manager. Okay. And let's assume it's always better to include the top participant. So top participant is, for some reason, if this particular manager is inactive or system is not able to find this particular supervisor or for various reasons, okay, go for top participant. So that means it goes up in the hierarchy until it reaches the top participants. Okay, so basically this has a significance, especially in the case of our second what do you call use case, or the second this one. Okay, so top participant should always be the, basically put top participant as the CEO so that the system understands until which person it needs to go up in the hierarchy. So top participant is the CEO. So the CEO in my test environment is William Taylor. Top participant get user. Okay. So this is my first rule. So probably I'll just give a meaningful name to my rule. So for rule one, go to the properties and give a meaningful name. So I'll say Reliance USD ledger less than $5,000. So that's the name. It's active. Click on OK. Oops. The alias must contain only letters. Okay, I should not use underscore. Okay. Less than 5,000. Okay. So that's the rule name. And if you go here, there is a rule name here. So probably this rule name, it's always better to, what do you call, avoid spaces here, especially in this rule name. So probably I'll just say Reliance USD less than 5,000. So this is kind of equivalent to something called code in your value sets. Okay, so that's the first part. And now let us write the rule for the second use case. The second use case is if the higher general line amount, or rather it's part of the same use case rather. So if the higher general line amount in a batch is greater than or equal to 5,000, then it should go to the first supervisor as well as the second supervisor, right? So this is my first rule. Okay, now let me save this. Okay, again, go back to assignees. So you should be able to see your rule here. Reliance USD ledger less than 5,000. Okay. Now the second one, instead of again writing all these things, what you can do is you can just copy this. So keep your cursor here and then click on this copy. Okay. And then again, just say paste. Okay. So you have two rules now. Okay. Now just go to any one of them. Now we'll start updating the copied version based on our requirement. So we'll just first of all update the rule name Reliance USD ledger greater than or equal to 5,000. Okay. And yeah, this condition is fine. And just say same or more than 5,000. Okay. And I just want to go two levels up. Okay. See now in this case, two levels up. So it starts from my manager and it goes up in the hierarchy. So the reason why, and it goes up in the hierarchy until it reaches, say, your CEO. Okay. Two levels. I'm not going for any auto action. Generally auto action enabled is basically set to true, especially in those business cases or the where you want to automatically approve the general based on certain conditions. Okay, so I'm not making it as true, I'm leaving it as false. And rule name Reliance USD, just say greater than or equal to 5,000 in the quotes. Okay, so again this is just a name. Again, let me save this. Okay, saved. Go to the assignees, double check now your both of the rules. Okay, Reliance USD less than 5,000, Reliance USD ledger greater than or equal to 5,000. Okay, and check, what is the other one? Yeah, I also want to show you something on your notification also. Notification. So you can also understand these are again the default ones. So if you want, you can edit or you can leave them as is. So here you can see the notifications perspective at what stage notifications are being sent. So again, you have here your different task status, assign, complete, error, etc. So whenever the workflow is being assigned, the notification goes to the recipient. So that means as a journal submitter, if I submit the journal for an approval, the notification goes to the my manager or the who is the recipient. And whenever the workflow status is completed, the creator, that is the journal submitter, will get a workflow notification saying that your journal is approved. And whenever the again similarly, whenever the journal goes in error, the owner or the creator will get a notification, and so on. Request information whenever the approver, sometimes approver reassign to somebody else or click on say request for more information. So when he clicks on request for more information, again the appropriate assignee or the, I mean in this example probably it could be a creator, will get a appropriate workflow notification to action on. Okay. So we have saved this again, then click on this commit. Okay. Done. Okay. Now we have completed setting up of the GL journal approval rules. Now let's try to create a journal and let's see how system behaves based on this journal approval rules. Okay. So we have completed, close this. Now this is FAS06. So I logged in as this user. Now let me start with creating a journal for less than $5,000. If I create a journal for less than $5,000, it should go to Christiana for approval. Okay, general accounting, journals, create journal. So probably I'll just say Reliance USD journal for less than 5,000. That's my journal batch name. So probably I'll use the same name for my journal name as well. Okay. And here you can see my journal name is defaulted to Reliance USD ledger. That's the journal. That's the ledger under which I'll be trying to create a journal. And the general category, I just want to use adjustment category. And you can see the source is manual, upload status is required. Now let me try to create a simple journal. So probably I'll just create a journal, say to debit, say salaries account and credit, say cash account. So it could be any journal. So yeah, can search. Let me see if there is any salaries account in this chart of accounts. Mm, yeah, there is sales salary. Okay, so my currency is USD and my Reliance USD ledger. So the functional currency is also USD. So entered currency and accounted currency both are one and the same. So let me just enter for journal for an amount of say uh, $4,500. So I've debited the sales account. Now probably let me credit say cash account. Let me see if this is a cash account. Yeah, this is cash account, cash checking account. 4,500. Okay. Now let me save this and complete this. Okay. Now click on post. When I click on post, I'll get a pop-up message saying that the journal requires upload before it can be posted. It has been forwarded to approval. Now it has been forwarded to approval, right? Okay, click on OK. Here, now I need to log in as Christina and see if she got a journal approval notification. And you can also go to your action logs. Here you can see it is created by this particular user and it is sent for approval with posting. So click on this icon. Here you'll be able to see the manager is Christina Ryan. So let me now log in as Christina Ryan and then see if she has received journal for approval. Okay, she has still not received. Yeah, this is the one. Yeah, she has received. Yeah. Okay. So now she can directly just click on approve or she can just click on this hyperlink and click on say view journal. If she want to get more details, she can come to this view journal and check further and then click on approve here, or if you want, she can even reject here, or maybe just click on cancel and then go back to the notification. And within the notification, again, you can click on approve here. Let me again open the notification. She can click on approve there, she can click on approve here, or she can click on approve on the journal as well. Now here you have a couple of other options as well. Say you can click on actions, you can delegate to somebody else, reassign this particular to somebody else. You can request for more information and so on. When she clicks on request for information, then the workflow notification again goes back to the journal submitter, in this case, which is FAS06.student. For any additional information, he can provide that information. And then again, once he get a notification, he can open that and he can enter in a comment box. And then once he click on submit, again, it comes back to Christian. Okay. Now, in this case, I'm just simply approving this. Approve. This journal is approved. Click on submit. Okay. So now let me log out and log in as FAS06.student. That's the journal creator. Here you can see he got a approved notification saying that journal Reliance USD journal for less than 5,000 is the journal batch name. 4,500 is the journal amount from FAS06.student requires approval. And here you can see it's approved. Okay, so you can just click on dismiss, or you can directly click on this and then click on view journals to go to the journal, or you can click on view approvals also here to see here. It shows this particular journal is submitted by this particular person. It is approved by Christina Ryan. So click on view journal. Even again here you can see approved status is approved. Click on action log. Here you can see it's approved and it's also posted, because when this particular user clicked on post button, it was submitted for an approval, and once it is approved, it's automatically posted. Okay, so this is the first case wherein the journal amount is less than $5,000. Now let me try to create a next journal with the journal amount greater than $5,000. So let me just copy this combination. Again, it can be any combination. I just want to use the same combination. Okay. Create a journal. Okay, so I just say Reliance USD journal for more than 5,000. Reliance USD journal for more than 5,000. Reliance USD ledger. This is the accounting date. Again, I just want to use a journal category as adjustment. Okay, let me enter an account combination. Oops. It's taking time. Okay, let me get rid of this. Sales salary. Okay, it should be 5,000 or more than 5,000. So let me just put, say, 20,000. So save, complete, post. So when you click on post, again, you get a pop-up message saying that the journal approval requires or the journal requires approval before it can be posted, and it has been forwarded to approver. So again, go to action logs. So see here, the manager is Christian. So let me log in as a Christian and get this approved. And once it is approved, it goes to Anaita. Okay, Anaita. Oh, sorry. I don't know why I logged in as Anaita. First, I need to log in as Christian. Okay, so here you can see notification, general batch for more than 5,000. Okay, this is the general batch name. 20,000 is the general amount. So let me click on approve. Okay, now sign out and now login as Anaita. Got the approval notification for the same journal. So she can again click on this. So if she wants, she can again click on view journal, check for further details, or she can directly click on approve. So this journal is approved. Again, the comment is just optional. Okay, now let me log in as FAS06. Now FAS06 should receive a approval workflow notification saying that the journal has been approved. See here, you can see the journal has been approved. Again, he can click on this, click on view approvals and view approval. He can see it is approved by Kristen, and then after this, it's approved by Anaita. Again, in a real world environment, basically, generally the users might not be approving the journals from the workflow notification. They get, apart from the workflow notification, they also get an email notification. They might directly approve from your emails, and within the emails, if they want to what do you call, view the journal, so there'll be a hyperlink. Once they click on hyperlink, system connects them to the concerned Oracle environment to view the journal. Okay, so again, I'm not getting into those details. I'm just showing within how the workflow notifications can be seen within Oracle. Okay, so click on this, go to the view journal. Now if you click on view journal, you can see the journal is approved. Again, you can go to the show more, go to the action log, and here you can see it is approved by Anaita, and after this it's actually posted by FAS06.student. Okay, so in within the action log, you can see the history. Again, even if, say, let's assume in between, if it is being rejected and it's being resent for an approval, you will also be able to see that particular audit trail as well here. Okay, so this is how you can write your general approval rules based on your business requirements. So I have taken a simple example, but in a real world environment, it could be very complex. Sometimes you might be using approval group, sometimes you might be using supervisor hierarchy, and so on. Okay, thank you. Thanks for watching my video. For interesting videos on Oracle Financials, please do subscribe to my channel. Thank you.